Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. My name is Kelly if you're new. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe. We're gonna talk a little bit about Miami, as I literally talk about in every single video. But no, I'm just gonna answer some questions and kind of give you everything you need to know about moving to Miami, living in Miami, going to school in Miami. I'm a sophomore at the University of Miami. If you have seen any of my videos, I feel like they are all revolving that. It's kind of obnoxious, but I guess I like officially moved to Miami in the summer, like at the beginning of summer, but I've been here since January, like for school and stuff. So anyway, please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy. I really want to make a girl talk Q&A, so if you'd be interested in that, please let me know, because personally those are like my favorite videos to watch, like because I don't have any sisters, I only have brothers, so it makes me feel like I have an older sister, so I'd love to make a video like that. Please let me know if you'd be interested. So anyway, as I said, I go to the University of Miami. I'm a sophomore. I did my first semester remote, so I stayed at home. I'm originally from Orlando, Florida, so that's only like 4 hours away. That's where all my family lives. I have an older brother who goes to school there. My younger brother's still in high school there. My parents are there. My family dog is there, like all that type of stuff. And then I came to campus and I lived on campus my second semester of my freshman year. I have a ton of videos during that time too. And I got really lucky and I stayed in a place called Lakeside Village, which is like little like apartments on campus and stuff. And then I officially moved to Miami in like May, June. In the summer. I also filmed that time, but now I live in this apartment in Brickell, which is in the city. It's about 20 minutes away from campus, and honestly I don't think a lot of UM students, especially undergrad students, live in the city. A lot of people live in student housing on campus or the apartments around campus and stuff. Like popular ones are Thesis, Lakeside Village, obviously, you know, the dorms. So I am a little bit further away than most people. And honestly, I really enjoy it. This is my first time ever living in a city like this, and I love it. I love walking everywhere. I will say, because I am like 20 minutes away from campus, sometimes with like Miami traffic, I could be 30 minutes away from campus, which is a little bit extreme. So I take the metro. The metro is like a 1-minute walk from my apartment. So I'll walk, I'll take the metro to class and stuff like that. So I want to kind of address what it's like living off campus while going to UM, because honestly, I much prefer it to when I lived on campus. Living on campus definitely was super, super convenient. Not only can you just like wake up and walk to your class immediately and stuff, but you're right by all your friends and stuff, especially if you're in the dorms. You literally walk down the hall and you're at your best friend's dorm, you know, something like that. But personally, I like having more of a separation. I feel like I have that work home or that school home separation. That is so helpful. I kind of feel like almost like back in high school, where you would go to school for a certain amount of time, then you would come home. When I leave my apartment, I take my backpack and I am at school ready to do all my school things, and I'm there for a few hours and then I come home. So it's like, I just think having that separation is so nice. I also planned my schedule to be like that, where I kind of have a block. Like I have, maybe this was stupid, but I have like 4 classes in a row, or just having classes in like a little section of the day, so they're not just sporadic all throughout the day, because honestly, I do not think I could do that. I feel like I'd be in school all day long and stuff. Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I only have 1 class, which is really nice, because then I can just chill on campus and like go to the library and get all my stuff done, and then, you know, drive back and I can relax the rest of the day and stuff like that. I also have a dog, as you guys know, the love of my life, and I did plan my schedule around him, because he is a very energetic dog. He's a big dog. He is also a puppy. He's 1 year old. And living by myself and living with him can be definitely really difficult, because it's such a big responsibility. So I planned my day so that I could make sure I could be back to take him out and take care of him too. So that's also really important, which leads me to my next point. In regards to talking about just living in Miami as a whole, like regardless of if you go to school here or not, just living in Miami, moving to Miami, all that type of stuff. And one of my favorite things about Miami is that it is so dog friendly. Oh my, well, honestly, it could be kind of gross, because, you know, dogs are kind of gross. Regardless, I love that I could literally bring Leo grocery shopping with me. I walk into Target with him. I go into Starbucks with him. Like, I take him everywhere, and it's just perfectly acceptable. I'll give you some other pros about Miami because I think there are honestly a lot. Like, it is such a health conscious city. Like, there are always people, especially in Brickell in the city, there are always people walking, running. I don't know, I just feel like it's a really active city. And since I've never lived in a city, I've never experienced what it's like to like walk everywhere. Like, I walk to the mall, I walk to get coffee, I walk to the metro to get to school and stuff. So it's just super easy to be active, which I really, really like. Another thing about Miami in particular, the city, is that, yeah, we're right in the city, but if I drive 10 minutes, I'm at the beach, which is so cool. I mean, and I'm also at either beach. Like, you know, 15 minutes I'm at South Beach, and then 15 minutes this way I'm at Key Biscayne, which is like the more nature beach. So, I mean, that's kind of a win-win. Like, I love it. I will say I'm not a big fan of the actual ocean though. So as I said, I'm from Orlando, and growing up I went to Ponce Inlet in New Smyrna Beach, which is the shark bite capital of the world. But I went there all my life, and I love those beaches. They're like, it's probably like my favorite, one of my favorite places to be ever. Now that I'm here, I like miss those beaches because I used to just sit in the ocean with my friends or swim at like dusk or whatever with my friends, and we just be in the water for hours and stuff. But here, like, the water, it's like not fun to swim. There's like no waves, there's kind of just seaweed, and it's kind of just like not the nicest like actual beach and stuff like that. And obviously there's no waves, which is so sad and so lame. Boats are a really big thing here in Miami, so obviously like the yachts and all that type of stuff, and I love that. Not that I have much experience going on yachts all the time, but I love just like walking and looking at the boats and stuff. It's really, really fun. Anyway, let me like actually answer questions. I'm just rambling about like my own Miami experience. How is it like living in southern Florida with the weather being so hot all year round? Now, I grew up in Florida once again, so I'm very, very used to this, but I do think that's something to consider if you're thinking about moving here. It is super, super hot. And once again, being in a city, some people might not even have cars at all, and you know, you're gonna be walking a lot. And the second you step outside, you will start sweating. It is so, so hot and humid. And my favorite time of year is like January, when it's maybe like 60 degrees. But other than that, like, I hate summer because it is literally 110 degrees and you're just sweating and it's so humid. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. It is really hot. And I kind of wish it was cooler. Do I see like a lot of families in Miami, in particular the city? And this is such an interesting thing. I've thought about this a lot, and Miami doesn't really, especially the city, doesn't have a ton. It's like not a place to raise your family. I feel like Brickell and downtown are definitely more for those grad students who are looking for jobs and stuff, because it's such a business hub and stuff. And there's a lot of younger people and young couples. There's families with younger kids for sure, like babies and those types of kids. But I like don't see 13-year-olds or 16-year-olds. I feel like once you settle down, that's when you go to places outside of Miami. It's like Coral Gables and stuff. I feel like those are very residential, really nice residential, like family-oriented areas. If I'm gonna stay in the Miami area growing up, and if I ever get married or have a kid, I feel like I would love to live in Coral Gables. Like last semester, oh my gosh, I would drive around and look at all the nice houses. Let's hope that my dreams come true and I'm successful and I can afford one of those dream houses, because it's so sick. I don't know. It's a really nice area. There are some really cool areas. Someone asked about safety, especially living alone. Honestly, I feel completely safe. I have a dog, so that's always really nice. Leo's actually not with me right now. My parents are watching him because I'm about to go on a trip. So I will say I feel kind of like vulnerable without him, especially because I like to wake up early. So sometimes walking at 6:30 a.m. when it's a little bit dark out without Leo is a little bit scary. But honestly, no, it's not scary. There's so many people around all the time that it's fine. The only times I would, you know, be uncomfortable is obviously at night. So like if I'm out with friends and stuff and we happen to be in the city and I'm like, I'm gonna walk back to my apartment, my friends are gonna walk back with me, because you know, you don't want to be walking at night in a city at 3 a.m. That's just stupid. But no, the metro, I feel perfectly safe on the metro. For some reason, students at the University of Miami have this thing, or some of that at least, have like this hatred against the metro. And I'm like, I don't get it. It's amazing. I don't get why you wouldn't use the metro. It is so convenient. It's so amazing. Like, you know, man up. It's not that scary. It's not scary at all. Wait, this is very random, but I just remembered in regards to like walking and it being like a big walking city, yes it is, but also it rains so sporadically because we're in Florida. It rains all the time at random times and stuff, and it is so annoying that sometimes I walk someplace and I will get caught in the middle of a thunderstorm and I don't know what to do. And that honestly is really frustrating. Miami is stereotyped for being a big party city. Is that true? Honestly, yes. Miami definitely is a big party city. It's a big nightlife city, that is for sure. There's so many cool like restaurants and clubs and all these cool things to go do and see at night and stuff. But you guys follow my vlogs. I have like the personality of a 45-year-old like Pilates mom. I don't party a ton, so like my camera ran out of storage per usual. You would think someone like me who lives my life like a Pilates mom wouldn't really like a big party city. But I don't know, I still love it. I honestly don't know why. I can't explain to you. It's like very lively. So even though there is a lot of partying, like kind of makes it seem just so lively, and it's fun to walk around at night, and there's people going to all these different things and stuff, and there's music playing and all these different things. So I don't know, I kind of like it. I also definitely have gotten more into like going out and fun things like that since coming here, that's for sure. Even though I still, you know, I don't think I live up to the Miami stereotype myself, but I definitely have gotten more into it being here. Have I had any crazy party experiences? Have I had any crazy party? Honestly, I don't really remember any. I feel like I should have more of this like crazy outgoing personality, but I feel like I'm kind of boring. Like I feel like I don't know, I just do my own thing. I'm a little bit boring. I can't think of one. So one time, me and a group of friends we bought tickets to go to a Lil Uzi Vert Future Kodak Black concert at this place called Oasis in Wynwood. So we're super excited, we're getting there, and we already have our tickets, so we assume, you know, we just scan our tickets and go in. No, that was not the case. There was this massive line going like 3 or 4 blocks down the street that even if you had tickets, you had to wait in. Across the street also, there was like this group of men wearing these like weird symbols on their shirts and stuff, and they had these podiums and stuff. I swear they were a satanic cult or something, because they were standing in like a circle. It was bizarre. I have no idea what was going on, and they were like filming stuff like promo or something for their little cult. I really don't know. And then this like truck came by while we were all in this line, and they were like selling weed and like selling drugs to everyone in the line, and I was so confused because I'm like, there are literally cops patrolling and making sure everything is staying safe, and there's this van selling, that sounds so sketchy. This van is selling drugs to everyone in the line. I'm like, isn't this illegal? I don't know. Anyway, we finally get in, and mind you, we're a group of 1 guy and like 4 girls, and we're all like, we're kind of small and stuff, so we're like trying to scooch our way to the front-ish, like the middle front, because we want to see Kodak, we want to see Uzi and stuff. And 3 hours literally passes. No one has come on. It's just all these guest artists that no one really cares about. We are exhausted, we're sweating. Mind you, this is literally like summer in Florida, and we're crammed around all of these people and stuff. Then finally, Kodak comes on, and oh my gosh, I'm a big fan of Kodak, but I did not realize how intensive his fan base is, I guess. I honestly, it was the most intense experience of my life, because the minute tunnel vision, I don't know, whatever started playing, the most intense mosh pit of my life. Not that I've even been in that many mosh pits. Everyone is jumping and like slamming into each other. I didn't even see Kodak. Like I didn't even see him performing. For all I know, it could have just been a recording, because we were all being pummeled and like pushed down. I swear if we weren't so compact, I would have literally fallen over and been trampled. It was so extreme. And I also couldn't breathe because like there's so many people, so I would try to stick my head in the air to get air. But I couldn't do it because everyone around me was so tall, and I'm like 5'2". I'll insert some videos because it was hilarious. Also, there was this man, it's kind of weird that I don't know why he was doing this, but honestly, I'm kind of grateful because he was standing there, and when all these other dudes would start like humbling into us or pushing us over, he would literally like swat the dudes away from us or like pick them up and move them. So he was like almost protecting us, or if like one of us was about to fall over, he would like push us back up. So honestly, respect to him because it was really beneficial, but it was so intense. And so once Kodak left, we like had to get out of this mosh pit and get water. We were so dehydrated. I looked in the mirror and my hair was like one massive knot. It was the funniest thing. Like I was drenched in sweat. I was disgusting. Lucy didn't even show up, which was kind of disappointing, but then Future came on. He was so good, and then we left. And then I literally think 3 hours later I had to let Leo out because no matter how late I get home, Leo will wake up at 6:30 a.m. So I don't know, that was a very funny experience, very memorable. But yeah, I didn't bring a hair tie too, so that my hair was like damaged for like 3 days after that. It took a while. What's my favorite thing about living in Miami? Like I have a full-on list of restaurants in my phone of places I've been, places I want to go. Like there's so many famous restaurants here, whether you want like a poppy steak vibe or a paperfish sushi or something like even more casual and chill, like a pizza place or something. Everything is so good. There's just so much food, so much good food. Fireman Derek's, oh my gosh, the best dessert. That's in Coconut Grove. The food is definitely insane. I also like that Miami is like, it's more of a new city, so it doesn't have like that history that Boston or New York has, which I really like that too. But I like that Miami is more new and stuff, and so I really like that newer architecture. And there's I think it's like a good place to be creative because there's like the design district. There's so many cool like art pop-ups and museum things and stuff. I feel like I'm a fairly creative person, so I really love walking around and seeing all these things. It's like kind of inspiring and stuff, so I definitely love that. There's just so much to do is probably what I really love. Is everything actually super expensive in Miami? In my opinion, I think everything here is really expensive. Like meals, restaurants, so expensive. Like I love them, but they are so expensive. And I think Miami also just passed up LA or something of one of the most expensive places to live, which is insane. And I know a couple friends who are looking at apartments now in Brickell, which is where I live, and for a single apartment, the rent is really up there. Another thing that kind of goes with that I don't really like about Miami is that I feel like it's very like materialistic. Like I think, oh, I'll be happy once I have this cool car, or I feel like I'm really driven by those things, which honestly isn't good. It's not fulfilling at all. So I don't know why, and I know that, so I don't know why I just love stuff so much. I'm really trying to work on that, but I think Miami almost feeds that because it like normalizes seeing a G-Wagon on every single block. There's so many fancy like logo designer things, like that's so popular. Whereas I feel like, not that I've ever been to like the Northwest, but I feel like places like Oregon or something would be so much more chill and down to earth and stuff because it's just so naturey and like peaceful and stuff. Whereas here it's like everyone has their Gucci and all that, and so I kind of get annoyed by that. At the same time though, I kind of like it, but I don't know. Like your experience also depends on like who you're friends with. And I got really lucky, I think, and I have a lot of good friends that I really, really like, and a lot of them are from Miami. And I really, really like that because they know all the cool places. Plus, I actually have learned that I hate college events and college socializing, and I much prefer, if I am to go out in Miami. Anyway, I just rambled for forever. Overall, I really like living here. I don't know if I'll live here for forever or not. I have no idea, but hopefully this was helpful. Just me kind of ranting about my experience. Please leave any other questions or video ideas down below, and I will gladly answer them. Smoking till the sun up. They asked me if I have bands, I said bring your funds up. They tested me to a chunk and that didn't show up. How about at your party and I got the stick tuck. You just walked out on your skateboard looking